Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's main event. We have Mayo Hosko coming at you at 60 frames per second, 4K resolution, no sugar, no filler, just real whole egg! Let's get ready to Lego!
Hello, it's me, Mayo Hosko, coming to you at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg, and welcome to my channel.
Mayo Hosko, it's your boy, JP.
Real whole egg. Everybody say real whole egg. Real whole egg.
Real whole egg.
Real whole egg.
There we go. Capture that, Mayo. That's for you. That's for you.
Everyone say real whole egg at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Real
whole egg.
Sweet. I'll cap that and then add it to the intro.
That's kind of fucked up though. It's a little off-centered.
Real whole
egg.
Eggs?
Oh, our timing was off, but
Do we go
that's
slowly
okay.
or fast?
I think that was fine. Is that fine, or do you want us to
Yes,
do it
because
slow?
I actually prefer it when people do it all out of sync because that makes it more authentic.
Yeah.
Everyone on the panel say it at the same time. Okay.
Oh, okay.
What are we saying again?
Real whole egg.
Whole egg.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Real
Whole egg.
Egg.
Close enough.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, a little bit of no sugar, no filler, a whole lot of real whole egg coming up on these Fridays.
Hello, Miss Zambi here, saying real whole egg. Mayo Hosko channel. Go check it out.
Real whole egg. There we go. I don't know what else you want. Wait, why am I... Are you talking about like what goes well with Mayo? Also, how did you even come up with the name Mayo Hosko? Like, do you just love Mayo? I don't know.
Rolling into the chat, we got to give a shout out. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg. Splat out. That's what I'm talking about. Mayo Hosko. 2 whoop salute, Mayo. Welcome to the jankiness.
For Mayo Hosko, I give you a real whole egg. Wait, where did all these other eggs come from? What in the name of the Emperor is going on?
Everyone make sure to send in your videos of saying real whole egg, and I'll add you to the intro. Thank you. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 38 of Real Whole Egg. We are continuing to build the Lego Ninjago City Gardens.
What's up, buddy? How's your week?
My week has been up and down, like a lot of my weeks. It's been better than previous, however.
I was getting ready to say, hopefully more ups than downs.
Yeah, so let's get some music.
Oh.
And the reason why it's been better is because of 2 things. One is I've started on some of the homework I've needed to do, and I've got a week to go to complete the rest of that. So next week's going to be more of a hellhole for me than this week was a hellhole.
Well,
and I also completed, finally, after 5 months, the Viking Village set.
at least you know it's coming to an end soon. You're working your way towards the finish line.
Yeah, I was moving around some stuff in my collection as we're about to move house again.
Yeah.
And my father actually just left with a trailer load of stuff for the new house, and we're going to celebrate his 60th birthday at our new house. He doesn't
very
normally,
nice.
He doesn't normally like doing stuff for his birthday. So the reason why he is doing so is because to break in the new house. And when I was finding stuff that I was going to have to move, I took the time to I took advantage of that time to use it to try and find some stuff that I had misplaced, because I had misplaced the instructions for the Viking Village and bags 14 and 15. So I found them and I finished the time lapse of me building them.
Nice.
And so now I can edit a video. Well, now I can prepare a video, the next update about my Middle Ages momentum, which will come out probably after Star Wars week, because I have a couple things planned for Star Wars week. So how's your week going?
Good, man. Good, really good. I can't complain at all. I got more work coming up. I just bid some jobs out, so I got that going on. And I got hey buddy, is that me?
Yeah, there is a slight glitching.
Yeah, I'm curious if that's me or not. If so, I mean, I'll figure it out. It may be the Wi-Fi.
Maybe.
But yeah, I've been trading in a bunch of stuff at Orlando Brickco, and so that's been cool. I got a lot of store credit there, and I've got a lot of cool stuff that I accumulated. And then I also got I got another bugle, so I'm gonna use it to add on to the one or the two.
Another one.
What's that, buddy?
Another one.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, let's have our 5 seconds of silence for Cody Bryant. And there it is. So anyway, let's see who's in the chat so far. We have Macro Greeks, Rick Hive, Co-host, Contra, Dave, and that's everyone so far. We have a couple things to do off the bat here. And if we can get, if Team B remembers to wake up, we'll have to play this again.
Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all. I wouldn't care if hundreds were swarming around. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off. Buzz, 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 retorted Duck.
And because Mark, because we have our PvP user up in here.
PPP.
The Duh.
What's that?
The Wii.
Oh. Is Scotty in here?
No, but Mark is. Okay, so we're on to bag 4 of this bad boy right here. So it looks like there's a bunch of water stuff. Also, I have a little bit of an announcement. If is that after such well integration, well, actually, hang on a minute. Well, I think it does go without saying that we did accidentally pass the 1-year anniversary of Real Hoeg a couple of weeks ago. So thank you everyone for the support over the last year of this live stream series. There's Johnny. I gotta find that scene from The Shining.
Johnny G, hey buddy.
I gotta find that scene from The Shining where he says that. And so, after successful integration of a co-host, which is what I've been after for a long time, and the good conversations that with them. Oh, long time no see Eric Hart. Hey Eric. I have an announcement to make. You talk. Shut up. You talk, RC.
What's up?
Okay, that's okay. Anyway, so after successful integration of a new co-host, I'm going to put the offer back out on the table. We've had experiments with occasional, no, sorry, we've had experimentations with regular guests, no, sorry, with regular guest hosts.
It's me, right?
And that's worked out. That's worked out quite nicely with Mikey J Productions and Legohead Productions AZ. So I thought, why not put the offer back out on the table? If you would like to apply to be the second co-host of Real Hoeg, I am now fielding applications because I have thoroughly enjoyed the dynamic that we have had together, and I want to see what the dynamic will be like with 3 people instead. So I'm going to put the offer back. I'm going to put the offer back out there for anyone who wants to apply to be a co-host. And you can contact the official Real Hoeg Instagram account if you would like to build an application. And also, as always, if you would like to apply to be a guest on any of the episodes, if you have a Lego theme you would like to talk about, if you have a specific discussion about something related to Lego that you might want to talk about, you can feel free to contact the official Real Hoeg Instagram account and we'll get back to you. Because some people don't actually know that we do have an official Instagram account for Real Hoeg. So if anyone ever wants to get in contact for being on the show as a planned event, then you can reach out to us. And we always extend offers to people like Mark whenever they are in chat, because we know that some people have a busy life and they're busy with work, so it's very difficult for them to get back to some people. So I will extend the offer right now. Mark, if you're not doing anything else if you're not doing anything out there right now, feel free to holler at your boy, and I'd be more than happy to send you an invite. My brother.
Hey, just a heads up, Mayo. I think my internet's messing up on me, so if I cut out and in and out, that's why.
Yeah. Because for those who don't follow Mark on Instagram, he posts a lot of pictures of his carpentry skills, and he's also been building the D&D set lately. I looked at the Lego website for the D&D set, and it's 500 Australian dollars compared to the medieval town square, which is 400 Australian dollars. So that's even more of a telltale that I will not be buying the D&D set. And I think the reason why is because that dragon in the D&D set is much bigger than I imagined.
Macro is in the chat, by the way, and then
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I didn't know if you were watching.
Yeah, we said hi to everyone in chat.
Oh yeah, no, he was responding to you when you were talking about bringing him on the chat or on the live.
Yeah, and he's mentioning stuff about toads.
Yeah.
Okay, I built something wrong here. Yeah, I put this one into typing.
So I'm gonna put all these pieces out, and then I'm gonna change the camera view, and then we're gonna see if I can't finagle this thing back together. Before the end of the live stream, I want to have this thing back together.
And after I get done with bag 4, which is a lot of the terrain, I will see if there's anything interesting going on in the chat. So I'm just briefly looking over it. And also, as a reminder, if you are watching this on your phone and you want to use other apps at the same time, instead of watching on YouTube, you can watch on Twitch instead, because by watching on Twitch, that means that you can have the live stream running in the background while you do other apps on your phone. So you can use the link in the description to go and follow me on Twitch if that's something you would, if that's something that
So Eric asked a question. He asked if that Dungeons and Dragons dragon is as big as the Hobbit dragon.
I wouldn't know because I don't own either of them, but does anyone in the chat know?
Let's see. Axel Plate is in the chat again. What's up, buddy?
Wow, long time no see, Axel. Axel must have stayed up late, especially just for me.
All right. Let's see where we get here.
There's a lot of water tiles. There's a lot of water tiles in this set. Oh my god. Dave thinks the dragon is bigger.
So the person tried to send me this bugle built, and it is in 1,000 pieces.
Which is why you should never send the complete Lego through the mail.
Exactly.
Which is why you should never send a built Lego through the mail.
So in case any of you guys were going to attempt to try it, it doesn't work at all.
And I apologize, Dave. I'm still having issues getting your package out because whenever I have free time to go to the post office, they keep on closing on me. So hopefully, as I'm moving house, I'll find. Well, I'll have a good crossover period to get to the post office to send out your package because Dave won a Mayo Hosko Sig feed and a Marvel CMF. A little while ago, and I've also got to get a package out to Lego Head Productions AZ, who also won. I originally had sent them out, but I didn't put a return, but I didn't put a return address on correctly, so they didn't end up sending it out, and so I had to put the proper details on there to get it to be sent out. And I need this quick separator. Hello, Clever Pig. And hello, Zissou. And you know what we do whenever Zissou's here.
Paradisa, paradisa, sun is shining all day.
And I heard through the grapevine that Lego TV is working on their Ninjago part of their city again. And we were talking in someone's chat, and they said that they have already installed their Ninjago City Gardens. I've been talking to a lot of people lately about Ninjago City Gardens. And something I do want to try and do is when I'm on the stream where I think I can finish this set, I want to see if I can bring Titanium J back on to the stream, because he always builds these Ninjago modulars on his Twitch streams whenever they come out. And so
I've been talking to you, but I have myself on mute because I put the parts on the table. I'm a jackass.
Yeah. So I think it would be a good crack of the champagne bottle to bring him back on when I get it done, because he knows way more about Ninjago than I could ever imagine.
Yeah, and you know what? I caught like the tail end of it. They were kind of saying goodbye the other night, but I think Titanium J and Amberella, they did a live stream just the other night.
Yeah, because they do a simulcast, just like how we do a simulcast.
Yeah.
Exactly. The rest of the crowd is shuffling in. The normal patrons. And if you want to elevate yourself above a patron and become a Patreon to see all sorts of exclusive stuff, you can use the link in the description. And I forgot to update the description again. I think what I'll just do from now on is, as I'm about to end the stream, I'll just update the description from now on, since I always forget.
Yeah. Just do it as soon as you get done, so that way you remember. That's all.
Yeah. But I did try to change the default description upload, but I'm not sure if it worked out properly. So I'll have to see if I managed to execute that or not.
What are you changing?
Well, changing the descriptions of my live streams to give out the links to your stuff and and Mikey's stuff.
Got you.
Where's the? There should be another one of these. It's hiding. Where's it hiding? Where is it? I've misplaced it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
guess
so,
I said her name wrong. It's Amber Laya. Amber Laya. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad, guys.
Yeah, after we get this done, we'll read over the comments to see if there's anything interesting being said.
Oh,
Because I'm just putting down.
I had the comments fired up.
Just putting down water tiles is pretty boring. Everyone and their uncle wants these things, but as a rich person, I don't. You can bet your bottom dollar that at least half of the chat are trying to find as many of the people's life as possible. But not me! And you would expect that as a LEGO city builder, I'm trying to find as many of the 2x2 light bluish grey tiles or jumpers, but I'm not. I'm actually trying to find as many of the light 10 jumpers and tiles. Because I've told this story a couple times before, but have you heard the story of why my sidewalks are sandstone, not concrete?
No, I'm not sure. You haven't ever told me the reason about that.
Okay, well, I'll do it again while I'm putting together the rest of this water, and for a refresher to anyone else there in the chat. So when I went to Hawaii in 2016, it was the first time I went to a LEGO store, and I was so disappointed. It was such a small fucking store. It was really cramped. My LEGO store, which opened 4 years later, is so much better. It's so much better. And I was trying to see any interesting pieces on the pad wall, and they had the 2x2 light tan jumpers. Oh, there's the flower I've been after. And we need another flower. Where's the other flower? We need another flower. I can't see the other flower.
Eric, what's that?
Oh, congrats! You made an Instagram.
Yeah. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Johnny wants the Paradisa.
Paradisa, sun is shining all day.
I'm starting to think Johnny's the Paradisa fan.
Well,
that needs to be Johnny's, not Zizou's.
Well, Johnny isn't the Paradisa man, but he likes the Paradisa thing.
I don't blame him. When I was a kid, I felt like it was for girls, but now that I'm older, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think the standards have changed as the Lego group has changed.
Yeah, sure.
Because we don't get a lot of sets like that anymore. And the Friends sets that we do get that are like that don't have the cool base plates we used to get.
Yeah, no more. Speaking of base plates, I just traded in some base plates, and I got like $125 for a few of them.
Yeah, people can pay a pretty penny for some of those base plates, especially if they're raised. I remember I went to, so I bought it home. Yeah, so going back to the Hawaii story. So that was the same vacation where I got the Lego City People Pack Fun in the Park, because there was some really cool figures in there that I knew I could make some scenes out of. And so when I got home, I made the decision that the law of my city, because I always wanted there to be a quarry or a mine nearby that was serviceable by railway. And I came up with the law that the reason why they use sandstone for their sidewalks is because there's a lot of sandstone deposits at that quarry.
Gotcha.
Mixed in with the limestone.
Gotcha.
And so to make their city look differently, I guess for some kind of tourism approach, they decided to go with sandstone because it's more plentiful. So what I'm going to have to do now is when I get the quarry, or maybe is that the sandstone is easier to extract. It could be a number of different reasons why the mayor decided to go with sandstone over concrete. But that's my excuse, and now I'm not competing with other people to buy the 2x2 light bluish grey stuff.
Yeah, and then not only that, is a lot of things in life have, especially like different areas of the world, the buildings, architecture, and everything will always change due to what materials that they have around. And that's what you're saying in your city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also not to mention that now the mayor kind of does what he pleases, because the joke is that he's turned into a dictator, and the citizens who want to move in to the city don't like that, so they need a new mayor who's going to take all the radicalization out of the city. So if there's anyone out there who really does not like communism, feel free to run for mayor, because ever since Mayo City 2.0 was built, which when I move to the new house will be Mayo City 3.0. Yeah, it will officially become Mayo City 3.0. The mayor has run unopposed in every election, and the last election was at the end of March. So there's going to be another election at the end of June. So to defeat the communist dictator that is Mayor and Mayo Hosko, reach out in any form of social media using the hashtag #RealHoeg.
Please reach out and try and save the people of Mayo City.
Yeah, and and then the state legislature will recognize you on the ballot. Because we do have precious sig figs of people in the community, and when I get the train station set up again, I want to have all of the sig figs on the platform, and who knows, maybe the mayor might come out of nowhere and decide that instead of building a nice Amtrak train for the passengers to commute to work, maybe he might just cheap out and use some of the third class coaches that they used on the original British railways back in the 1800s that didn't have roofs, that didn't have climate control, that didn't have windows.
Just cargo cars.
Yeah. So if you don't want your sig figure to be victimized like that because of communist austerity, maybe you might want to run for mayor of the city.
Note to self: don't send Mayo your sig fig.
It's too late for some people. I've already built their sig figs, or we've already traded.
Too late.
But the mayor is also kind of lazy at the same time, so you might have to wait a while to be victimized by the mayor.
That's hilarious.
It is the next big storyline that I've been trying to implement within the city, because I'm always trying to come up with new storylines for the city, and that's the latest storyline. The next storyline that I've needed to advance is the PPP wing.
The what?
The PPP wing.
Oh, okay.
Because we've got the dispenser wing and the plantation. Now we just need a van down by the river to transport it all.
That's right.
And anytime I can get that obligatory van down by the river reference is a good one in my book. But no, it's not gonna. Well, I would like to build a van down by the river. That's different from when I converted the LEGO Dreams turtle van into a 4-wide van. I would like to build a van down by the river that is suspended in midair and has its tires taken off, like how you see in some of those poor areas where people rob each other's tires.
Got you.
And they're in the same areas where people steal everyone's catalytic converters.
They're in that part of town, huh?
Yeah, so that's where I want to build a van down by the river. And the river is actually going to be a tiny creek that is for sewage and stormwater, which will lead into the sewage treatment plant that grows, that has the good nutrients for growing the seaweed that gets washed in from the channel in the harbour. Because if you ever do research about the best conditions for growing seaweed in, it's actually the worst quality water you could think of. Kind of like how citrus trees grow really well when you mix in some acid into their fertilizer. It's kind of the same thing. Like, you could theoretically, get some of that, get some of that lemonade out of someone, and you can mix that in with the fertilizer. I mean, I'm just saying, just putting it out there. I'm sipping on your lemonade.
Yeah, because those kind of drinks are highly acidic anyways.
Yeah, and so we used to have a lemon tree that grew like that, and I would sneak a quick one when I was outside. Anyway, that's enough of that. So what I'm saying is, that's to go in line with another storyline that all of the fuel sold at the service station, the octane and the shell, is extracted seaweed oil because the communist dictator put a ban on crude oil.
Oh.
Because
can't have that.
The city is in the year 2030, and by the year 2030, the state of California thinks they can get the price of seaweed bio oil down to only $5 a gallon, and because it's a localized operation for my city, they think they can get it to be the same price as regular crude oil. I think way too much about all of this stuff.
They got another fuel out there they're trying to do. It's called hydrogen, and that's pretty legit. It's just expensive, but they can convert any car that you currently have to run off of hydrogen, and so you wouldn't have to buy a new car. You wouldn't have to get some kind of crazy conversion. There's just a couple of parts that they change out, and then you're able to run your current car off of it.
Yeah, because with all the research that's been put into electric cars, hydrogen is actually a superior mode of power.
Yeah, and another one that they can make out there is ethanol, and it's made from corn. And that's how Brazil does it. Brazil, like when you go to Brazil and stuff, all their cars down there run off of ethanol.
Yeah, that's because they have a lot of what a lot of their biofuel is with the sugar plantations, and it's actually been proven that the conversion of sugar to ethanol is actually a net energy loss. So that's why the ethanol hoopla is a hoopla.
Well, I know, like when you run your car on ethanol, it has more power to it. That's for sure. And then I know that you can get ethanol. Like, so Brazil, what they did is when they had a fuel scare back in the 70s, that's when Brazil changed all their cars and all their fuel over to ethanol, and that's why they started doing that. So now they're not like at the mercy of big fuel companies.
And that's because they had a lot of sugar plantations where they could do that.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, be right back.
Compared to the US, which mainly uses corn syrup for sweet additives. And that's the reason why the Mexican Coke is better than the American Coke, because they use actual sugar plantation. They use cane sugar rather than corn syrup. We have a lot of extra pieces out of this, which is good for me because it's the foliage. I like getting foliage. Okay, now we're moving on to bag 5. But before we move on to bag 5, let's see any interesting comments going out, because there's been a lot of stuff going through. So let's go back up to the top. We've already said hello to some people, but there might be some more people that have come on in. Country says, "Hi guys, good to see you all. What are we building? I'm building Ninjago City Market. Well, I'm building Ninjago City Gardens." And I forget what you're building. RC.
Oh, the bugle.
Oh, so that's the Daily Bugle, hey?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see the green tiles in there.
Yeah, and then that camera looks like it's 10 feet away or even further, but it's really just right here. But yeah, you can see that there's some of the bugle pieces in here. I just got it on. Like I said, they tried to send it all in one piece, and that, as you can see, did not pan out at all.
And Eric Hart just finished building the Republic dropship. If you have any more Star Wars sets in your backlog, feel free to reach out about joining us on the Star Wars stream for Star Wars Week, because I'll be building the new UCS X-wing.
Cliff's trying to sell one of those.
Yeah, because he realized that he doesn't like the build of it.
Yeah, what's funny is I gave him a hard time because when he said it real fast, it sounded like he said UCS sex swing.
Yeah, we're building the Lego Ninjago City Gardens. Also, everyone out there, don't forget that we will be giving away another Mayo Hosko Sig Big and another CMF for my birthday stream. So feel free to buy your tickets to enter the giveaway. We'll list off people who are already entered because they bought tickets. So feel free to do the same. Because especially if you haven't already won one of the giveaways, you should definitely use a bunch of your exclamation mark jars to buy a ton of tickets to enter the giveaway. The max is 100 tickets, and some people have more than enough jars to buy 100 tickets. Yes, definitely need to get a TJ back on when we're finishing this stream. Well, when we're finishing this build. They are good peeps. Yeah, Mark is building the D&D set. Not sure. Did I miss something about the dream sets? All I know is that I finally took my picture of the alternate of the combo build of the village and the normal build of the village. A Contra would have to make a formal application with the Real Whole Egg Instagram account if he ever wants to come on to the stream. And he said, glad I scored one of the micro launchpad GWP as it came on offer at the certified store for only 2 days. Now there's a new classic space GWP set in May coming, yay, with the orange. Yeah, that would be that would be the space, either the space monorail or the other one, which was a space cruiser type thing. I hope it's the space monorail that's coming out in May, because as soon as that drops, I will be buying a set which will most likely be the medieval town square.
Very nice.
Sugar spice and everything nice. Mike says, now vintage castle is where it's at. That meant for people made of snakes, snails, and puppy dog tails. Yeah. Dude has the world's largest collection of orange tang. Hunter says, true macro, I need to add a castle to my city one day, and I got a little creator skull castle. I think you mean the Scary Pirates GWP, but that's only a little castle, not a castle, but I like the old school white and yellow.
This is it. This whole
I know exactly what Hunter is talking about. And Mark said, Mayo, I'd like to make a complaint. The house is into some shady business practices. I'm not saying they are scamming, but they are scheming. A Contra bought another ticket to enter the giveaway. Zizu said, sounds like Mayo City is a sister city to Solbrick. That is very much on the cards, because with the communist regime, I was very much inspired by Solbrick. And I'd like to get inspiration from a bunch of people's cities, which is why I have a Star Wars tower that was inspired by Hive City. I have a dispensary that was inspired by Mark's City, and I have a lot of Ninjago, or I have an Asian town area, which was inspired by people like Titanium J and Contra Bricks Build Craze, because Contra has a lot of Ninjago stuff in his city. As Ziggy says, I can see Mark's Sig Fig kicking down doors in Mayo City right now. Yeah. Actually, let me adjust the city cam ever so slightly. Let me have it pointing up for a different angle. Give you a better shot of some of the skyscrapers. Hunter's gonna get some coffee. Gotta have coffee. No, he's going to get McDonald's breakfast. That looks like, because that's the same. That's the same thing that I have for McDonald's breakfast. Hello, Angry Dragon. Please refer to the live stream rules.
Getting synced with the next space GWP. I need Mayo Sig Fig in my city.
You've got to use the exclamation mark jars if you want to check your points. Johnny says, Arsie, talk about your LEGO City and halls this week, Mum.
Well, right now, this week particularly is this bugle. I got some figs from Orlando Brick Co. when I traded in a bunch of mini figs, and I traded in some base plates and a couple of sets that I didn't really want. But when I traded it all in, I'm so glad they opened that store up. But just trading in stuff I didn't want, I ended up getting almost $500 in credit. So I got quite a few cool parts and some cool figs and stuff, but nothing you haven't seen before. It's old school pirate figs and some dragons and some castle figs. But the bugle is probably the biggest thing I got this week so far, even this month for sure. Time cruisers, I've been making progress on that mock. I got to the point where I pretty much got to the top. I just got to build in more filler block. And then once I put the filler block in and it's all solid, I'll be able to start on the castle section. So getting close to doing a lot of castle. I got to catch up with you guys.
And is Orlando Brick Company one of those stores that offers you a higher trading value if you opt for store credits rather than cold hard cash?
Yeah, 100%.
And for those who don't know, the reason they do that, the reason they offer you a higher value in store credit than in cash is to get you to use that trading value to buy back from the store.
Well, and it kind of makes sense too. So, you know, if I give you a higher amount, you can go pick something off the shelf that's a little bit higher amount. That way, it's almost like an even trade. You're not paying that markup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also those types of stores will give you a better deal because they know if they give you the store credit, you're more likely to be a return customer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Grumpy J works up there. I haven't got a chance to run into him yet. I've gone up there on Sunday, but I think I went a little too late. I went about an hour before they closed. I think Grumpy was already gone. And then I missed him on Wednesday.
Well, what happens with the seaweed, Zisu, is because the beach in the city is on a shipping channel. A lot of the ships, when they come into the harbour, their waves bring up all the seaweed from out to sea onto the coastline, and that seaweed makes its way into the harbour, and then it gets extracted via a filtration system at the back of the docks to go into a small pipe that goes into the waste treatment plant. And there's also pipes and drains from elsewhere in the city that brings in the sewage water and the storm water, which works as the best way to grow seaweed oil in. So it's not anything to do with the fish, it's everything to do with the current of the water waves. But that is a funny joke. And Mark says, I don't know how it works. I think Mayo's bot is keeping up the job. Or I think it's because when some people are in and out of the chat, instead of leaving their screen going, they're not here for enough 5-minute increments, because you only get points every 5 minutes, compared to some people who give out points every 1 minute. The reason I give out points every 5 minutes is as an incentive to get people to watch for 5-minute bursts.
Watch the content.
And Country just got his Tippet Truck Army t-shirt. I haven't worn my Tippet Truck Army t-shirt for a while now, but I will be wearing it at Brick World Chicago. Says this, who says, Matt, we're probably supporting his communist endeavors, just talking about Mayo's bot. As I continue to say, please refer to the rules of the live streams when talking about the bot, because the bot is for your benefit. They do use corn because, well, they do use corn to feed people first, because all they do is they just extract the syrup out of the corn and then they sell it to the public, or the food processors who use corn in their processed food. Yes, Angry Dragon agrees with me that Mexico Coke is better.
Better than what, like Colombia or Peruvian, or like what?
Yeah, ha. Yeah, well, you should know all about that Colombian Coke, because you're actually you're northern Florida, not southern Florida. Because southern, there's a reason why southern Florida is where all the parties are at.
Yeah, no, Miami is definitely where a lot of cartels hang out at.
Yeah, and all that P. Diddy needs to do is wear a baseball cap, and they know to come knocking. I didn't know until someone said in this chat that that one of the space GWPs is going to come out in May. So if it is the space monorail that's coming out in May, then I'll be buying the Medieval Town Square next month. Oh, and Timbertrot TV just uploaded a video. Speaking of countries, Timbertrot Army T-shirt. Yes, everyone should want to get their hands on a Mayo Hosko Sig Fig, and unless I can actually see you in person, where we can organise Sig Fig trades, much like how I went to Melbourne and I did a trade with Johnny G. He wanted my Sig Fig, but he didn't have a Sig Fig, so he offered to buy me the Harley Quinn keychain. Thank you very much, Johnny. I really like the Harley Quinn keychain. Is my favourite keychain of all time, by the way, which is why it was a good trade. Oh, you're going to get the Sanctum Sanctorum with the Space GWP. I remember I got the Sanctum Sanctorum. I think I got that with the Forest Hideout GWP. No, that wasn't with that. That was with the Blacktron Cruiser no. There was a GWP where I got the Sanctum Sanctorum with, because I got the Daily Bugle with the Forest Hideout GWP, and as soon as I was waiting for a good enough GWP to get the Sanctum, because it has a really cool sand green roof. And hello, Ben Good Design, long time no see to you, Ben. And we have Lego Team Bee. So now we got the birds and the bees.
Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all. I wouldn't care if hundreds were swarming around. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off. Buzz, 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 retorted Duck.
Gets me every time.
I don't think I'm going to get any of the Despicable Me sets because I just don't have an interest in that type of build style. Also, has everyone heard about the Inside Out set that's going to come out?
I heard a little bit about it. They said it was going to be happiness, anxiety, and something else.
Yeah, because I watched Just for Good's video that came out 2 weeks ago.
You watch Brick Clicker at all?
No, because I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time for that type of content. But from what Just for Good shows, it looks really it looks really bad.
Yeah. They said that Maleficent set that was going to come out got canceled. Have you seen that?
Yeah, because when I was on the Reddit leaks, I saw that Brick Clicker had a photo of two sets that got cancelled, and that was one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. How is it?
Can't get this chat open. God damn it! I'm trying to get the Twitch chat open. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Because we've always got to have it open just in case someone does watch the other end of the simulcast.
Got you.
Ah, there it is. God damn it. Let's get this open. Get out of here, Windows security. So let's make this ever so smaller. Let's bring this down. Let's go there. Okay. Yes, good old Thomas the Tank Engine. my video about that just blew up. And unlike the last time my video blew up, which was through an external site, this time that video blew up because it legitimately popped off on the algorithm. Over 80% of those views were from the YouTube recommendations, and only 3% of it came from external sources. And I'm pretty sure the reason why it popped off on the algorithm is because you don't see too many videos about the Duplo Thomas the Tank Engine set.
Yeah.
And so I knew when someone at Brickvention had that Duplo Thomas the Tank Engine layout, I knew that my video was going to do well if I filmed it. And it did.
Zizu said he's sad about Maleficent set being canceled. Also, what about Zelda? I haven't heard about that being canceled. I'm pretty sure that's still a go. Yeah, Angry Dragon said the same thing. Do you still do a lot of the Thomas the Tank stuff?
Well, I still have a train channel called Mayo Hosko's TWR and TTTE, and actually I'm coming out with a tier list video. Yeah, I'm coming out with a tier list video on that channel, which is oh, I'm missing. Oh, yeah, that's from this. Yeah, I'm coming out with a video ranking every I set made from 1992 to 2012.
Got you.
Oh, missing some of that foliage, damn it. It doesn't matter. It was probably something that got lost from the previous owner. And then after that tier list comes out, I'm going to upload a trilogy of other tier lists ranking my top 26 favorite episodes of Thomas the Tank Engine. And the reason it's a top 26 is because if anyone knows anything about the chronological order of the TV series, each season had 26 episodes.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense.
Yeah, and I follow a lot of Thomas people on Twitter X, and I have that whole channel just so that the Thomas people I'm interested in wouldn't clash with the Lego people I'm interested in. And I also have a generic channel where I so that the politics I watch doesn't clash with the Lego people either. And I have a sports channel so that the sports stuff I watch doesn't clash with my Lego people.
Yeah, I do something similar. That's kind of what I do with Instagram too, is I just keep it all Lego post and Lego everything, so that way, you know, I could post a bunch of other stuff, but I don't because I'm just doing the Lego on there, you know?
I would never do that. But I know that some people have, and there's a lot of furries in that fandom.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I'll just say I don't like furries.
Well, that's probably because that's pretty weird, Mayo.
You got your furries, you got your jabronis, you got your Whovians, for the people that like a Doctor Who. You got your people who live in a galaxy far, far away. You got a whole bunch of people on the internet. Ben wants to talk about some stuff. Space has to end sometime. I don't think it has to end, but it could be a whole lot better than what it already is.
Yeah.
Almost every single set that's come out over the last 6 months that has that weird space logo. Space! The final frontier. On the
It's not really space.
On the top right corner of the box, I just have no interest in.
Hey, Miss Ingrid.
Hey, Ingrid. We got over a dozen people here right now. So
thank you guys. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah, and and thank you. I think this is I forget. Have we been doing this now for 2 months? I think it's been about 2 months.
I think so. I think 2 months is right there.
Yeah. So yeah, because I'll have to go back. I'll have to go back to the episode list and see where I announce you as the new co-host. But because now not only do we have an anniversary for the channel, which is the 7th of January, but we also have an anniversary for the start of Real Hoeg and an anniversary for when we got you on as a co-host. So now I've got to manage 3 different anniversaries. So I'm gonna go to Streamlabs, and we're gonna go to the cloud bot, and then we're gonna go to the giveaways and see what tickets. So Mikey J Productions has bought 3 tickets. Dave Wick 76 has bought 6 tickets. Mr. Blue has bought 6 tickets. Robert Claxton has bought 1 ticket. Sinkiller J Tachikawa has bought 1 ticket. Rular has bought 1 ticket. Legohead Productions has bought 5 tickets. And Seth Land has bought 2 tickets. And I think that's wrong because
I think I see what's going on.
Oh yes, I just didn't scroll down. And Country Bricks Built and Craze has bought 1 ticket. So far there are 10 different people who have bought tickets to enter the giveaway.
Nice.
So one of those 10 people, and now Angry Dragon just bought a ticket. So now there's 11 people who have entered the giveaway. So one of those 11 people on my birthday stream, where we are going to be building the Lego Monkey Kid Megapolis, because a little bit of a story about that. When I was waiting for an opportune time to buy that set, and because there were a bunch of other cool sets that came out in the time that set has been on shelves, I almost forgot that it was on my wanted list until I made that community post listing off the sets on my wanted list. And so I remembered, oh shit, I still got to buy this because it would look really awesome in Asian Town. And then I decided with the price threshold of the microscale classic space GWP, it was a good enough time for me to buy that, because the threshold in Australia, I believe, was only $250. It wasn't a threshold that was a $300. If it was a threshold that was $300, I might have considered buying the modular, but it was only a threshold of $250, so I decided to buy it. So I needed a set that was in the double digits, but not over a few $100s, because in my opinion, single is 1, a couple is 2, a few is 3 to 6, and any several is 7 to 11, and anything more than 12 is anything from 12 to 50 is a bunch, and anything more than 50 is a lot. That's just the way I think about numbers.
There's the breakdown. Now we know.
The more you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
That's funny.
You know, I actually got to get that that thing from G.I. Joe on as a cutaway, like how I need to get the bit by bit, molecule by molecule, atom by atom, and then plankton ends up splitting the atom and it causes an explosion. I need to get that into the stream probably next week. And what I can say is that most likely I will be celebrating my birthday from the new house.
Oh, very nice. So you guys are going to move pretty quick then.
Yeah, because we've got to get out of this house before my birthday.
Well, you haven't even been in that house long, have you? You haven't even been in that house 6 months.
Yeah, because we got a 12-month rent in December of 2023, and so 5 months later we finalized the papers to buy a new house, because the whole time that we've been here, we've been endlessly scouting properties to move into.
Gotcha.
Because we would rather, because given that we sold our house and we had all of the cash, we would rather move into a new house mortgage free than have to keep paying rent for the full 12 months.
Exactly.
So we acted quickly so that we wouldn't have to pay as many months of rent.
Well, congratulations. I know a new house is always a pretty exciting experience.
And I told everyone on the internet a month after we actually signed the papers. Because we signed the papers at the start of March. We got the keys at the end of the week before Easter, and now since no complications happened, and that we stepped foot, I can legally talk about it.
Well, yeah. Plus, you don't want to count your chickens before they hatch, so to speak.
Exactly. Hey, that's what my father always says. Yeah. So if anyone out there, if anyone out there wants to compete with the other 11 people to try to win the giveaway, you can just use the commands to buy your tickets, and you can keep on, and you can buy as many tickets as you want throughout the whole, throughout all of my streams. You could just keep on buying more tickets because there's a max of 100. But there's been a major glitch with the Streamlabs where I can't let people buy multiple tickets at the same time. I need to watch a tutorial of how to enable that properly. So my apologies, everyone. But you can buy a max of 100 tickets.
Being a little technology, being typical technology.
Yeah.
It's always nice till you need it to work.
Yes, there's a bunch of trees up here. Bag 5 has a lot of foliage in it.
What do we have? An hour and 19. Hour 19.
And I'm thinking when I'm thinking when I go back to university, I might have to build a lot of these bags on my own time if I want to get this done before the end of the month.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe I might do some Instagram. No, sorry, maybe I might do some Twitch streams on Sundays building some of this stuff.
And I'll tell you another thing about building when you don't have to do a live stream or anything like that. You get a lot more done and a lot faster because you're just focused and in the zone.
But I'm not going to be doing that until I get all of my homework done. Because homework comes first.
There you go. Priorities first. Priorities first. Like tonight, I thought I was gonna have to text you and tell you I was a little bit behind, but I got here in time. I didn't get done working tonight till 8 o'clock. And so I shot home, rinsed off, fed the dogs, and then I started this with you guys.
Yeah, and that's why it takes a very attentive person to be a co-host of a live stream, because you've got to make sure that your schedule is appropriate for the task at hand. So, as I said earlier on in the stream, because this co-host has worked out so well and has made the stream a better experience, I'm now seeing if I can cash out twice and offer the opportunity for a third, for a second co-host. So if anyone out there would like to apply, said this earlier on in the stream, if anyone out there would like to apply to be the second co-host of the Real Whole Egg streams, and you can reach out to the official Real Whole Egg Instagram account.
That sounds good. We get Mikey J on here sometimes, but I wouldn't mind having some other people in here, show off their stuff, pick their brains, talk to them about their stuff. I like it. I like BS and Lego with you guys.
Yeah, and because, well, Mikey J let us know that he prefers to be a regular guest host. And to be a regular guest host, you need to be on a stream, on at least one stream per month, and that's what Mikey J does. That's the threshold. And to be an occasional, and to be an occasional guest host, you need to be on a stream at least once every 3 months. Is the way I designate these things. I have a lot of structure. I need structure in my life.
Yeah.
Some people would just be all hunky-dory.
You know, having a good structure for anything is always a plus.
Yeah. But because because you've been building your sets for your city, and I've been busy building the Ninjago City Gardens for my city, we threw out the structure just for this month.
Is that what?
We threw out the structure just for this month because it's difficult to have a structure when you're building a big gigantic set.
Yeah, well, and then at the same time is that, you know, if you don't structure your live stream, it'll just, you know, go into chaos.
Yeah, and I've seen too many streams that have gone into chaos.
Yeah. It'll devolve, and then you won't even be able to talk anymore, and everybody's talking over you, and it gets chaotic, and yeah.
Are they still making sets for the Bad Batch? and I'm only interested because depending on what Star Wars sets come out, what are already available that people actually like, and any sets that come out for May the 4th be with you. If there are Star Wars sets in your collection, or there's Star Wars sets that are coming out that you want to buy, you can reach out to Will Hoeg. You can reach out to the Will Hoeg Instagram account. If you haven't already reached out to me privately, because I have already reached out to some people privately. I've actually asked them if they would like to come on. But if you want to ask us, then you can contact Will Hoeg on Instagram if you would like to come on to the May the 4th Be With You stream. And the May the 4th Be With You stream will be different from the Will Hoeg stream, but we will be building, start to build the UPS X-Wing on that Will Hoeg. That'll be the 3rd of May, which will be May the 4th Be With You for me. So I'm also going to do a Sunday stream, which will be May the 4th Be With You for you guys, but will be Revenge of the 5th for me. Hello YOLO says, I'm hyped for the new Sith Infiltrator, just got a job at Walmart. Gonna get me that employee discount. Ah, nice. Walmart.
What's up, YOLO?
Could get some good discounts by working at Walmart. You know, my favorite piece of media about any Walmart employee is the scene. It's one of the Family Guy cutaways where Dick Cheney is working as a Walmart greeter, and every time a customer comes in, he says, "Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself."
That's hilarious.
Because everyone knows that a Dick Cheney's favorite thing in the world is bullshit. That kind of goes with any vice president, to be honest.
Have you seen that movie Cheney or Bush or whatever it was, and it was about Dick Cheney?
I have heard about it, but I've never seen it.
I know, neither have I. I kind of want to see it. I think Christian Bale plays Dick Cheney in that,
and he was also playing a Batman in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Because any of the Batman fans out there, was the Christian Bale who played Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy?
Yeah.
And he was the one that popularized I'm Batman. Vice was the name of the movie.
He's the one that was Batman with Heath Ledger was the Joker.
Yeah. And that was when Paul Walker was in Fast and the Furious. R.I.P.
It's been a while. The phone's about that.
So, I know that there are some people in the chat who have built the Ninjago City gardens in the past, because I know that Contra out there has already built it. There's a couple others that have already said it, but you know, I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll to see who has built, or who owns, I should say, Ninjago City Gardens. Because I'd be interested to know. But before I do that, let me do something first. Gonna do something here.
Oh, there we go. It's coming along pretty well. Definitely going faster than if I were having to build it piece by piece.
Okay, let's go to YouTube. Let's go to the plus button and start poll. Gonna write, do you own any Ninjago modular? No, sorry. Do you own Ninjago City Gardens? Let's start the poll. When we get done building this bag, we'll read. Do reading the comments because we did get the same amount of comments that we normally get on a week by week basis.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day, in terms of the meaningful comments, we'll get 20 per week.
Yeah, and you consider meaning like comments that actually had something said, not just nice or an emoji or something. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember you talking about that. Yeah, you were talking about that last week.
Yeah, because after I started saying that some people not going to name their names, they confess to me that they don't know how to write good comments. But if you are a content creator, or if you do comment on a lot of stuff, you might notice the people that are good at writing comments compared to those who aren't. Because I definitely know a few people who are good at writing comments. Macro. This doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. I don't like the way this is. I think I built something wrong here.
Oh, I hate when I do that.
Yeah, I've got to put this around the other side. Wait, no. Yeah, I got to take this one out.
Yeah, I'll go back and I'm looking for all the part, and I'm like, where is this part? And then I'll go back and look and I'll go, oh, I used it in the wrong spot.
That was an easy fix. I just had to pop a pin out using an axle. An axle that is not axle plate.
Huh.
Doesn't want to stay still. Let's get this weird in here. There we go, that's better. Because I was like, why is this sign not wanting to stay on? And then I realized I built it wrong.
User error.
Actually, it's not a sign, it's a bench under a shady tree, you and me. Right under a shady tree, you and me.
Got you. I'll be honest, I don't have any Ninjago sets unless they came in a bulk bin, and if they are, they're just all in parts, but I've never bought any of the Ninjago sets. However, I do think that the modulars are awesome, like the gardens and the markets and everything like that. They are some pretty cool modulars.
I'm not really all that interested in the Ninjago modulars, but I know that there are people in this chat who are very much so, because objectively they are really cool sets. They've got a ton of detail. They were, as they are, revolutionary, because now everyone and their uncle, like I said at the start of the stream, wants to get the water tiles to tile over their water. And they are highly compatible with the existing modulars, even though they aren't part of the modular building collection.
Yeah, no, they definitely have an awesome lineup. Like the 4 of them, what is it? It's Markets, Ninjago, Gardens, and then what are the other 2 that finish off the all 4 and it makes a whole scene?
Yeah, so there was Welcome to Ninjago City, the Ninjago City Docks, then the Ninjago City Gardens, which we're building, and what came out earlier this year was the Ninjago City Markets.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. And then I see a Lego Team B got upset I don't have any Ninjago. That's funny. No, if I had the room for it, I definitely would, but I just don't have the space. And like I said, those modulars that they come out with, they're awesome. They're pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
And whenever, you know what, whenever someone says space, whenever someone says space from now on, I gotta get the clip of Alex News saying space, the final frontier.
That's gonna be your go-to clip.
Yeah, whenever someone says space.
And like you were talking earlier, I'll be honest with you, I don't consider the new stuff space really. I mean, I guess it kind of is because it's like kind of space themed, but I don't know. You guys, when I think of space, I think of like UFO or Brickdawn or Cyrus or even like the NASA sets, like the launch ones, or Mars Mission or Insectoids or I don't know. They got a lot of them, but these new ones, they just don't seem like space.
Also, something I built yesterday when I was taking some photos in my city, I got inspired to build another vehicle, and it's I posted it in my Discord server, and you can if you want to join my Discord server, there is a link in the description. I built this. It's another shipping container lorry. I got inspired by some of the shipping container lorries that Matt Simmons has built. I still need to work out a design for the headlights and the tail lights, but that's a good enough basis. And because of the pieces I used, I don't have to use a modified roof piece for a minifigure's hair to fit in the roof. So anytime I can get away with not using a roof piece for a vehicle is a good design in my book. If you can get the minifigure to sit down low enough, then you can do it.
That's a cool truck. Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. My phone was about to die.
Yeah, so I need to build a whole army of shipping container lorries like that, because I have so many shipping containers in my city that could be transported. Because I want the shipping container lorries to be, at least one of them to be at the harbour, just like my big rig tractor trailers. And when I make mocks of the tractor trailers, I like to use the basis from the 1993 set, the Victory Cup races, which was compared to the Motor Speedway from 1987 the Victory Lap Raceway from 1988, or the Fast Track Finish from 1995 was actually a go-kart pit stop, which is why the pit stop itself was much smaller, because since go-karts are smaller vehicles, they don't require as much room for their paddocks.
In fact, one of those go-kart sets, I can't remember what one it is. It's with the semi and the forklift, and then there's 4 of them on there.
Yeah, that's the set I'm talking about. That's Victory Cup Racing.
Oh, okay. I thought Victory Cup Raceway just had the cars in the raceway. It didn't have the semi with the forklift and the 4 other cars.
You might be thinking of Fast Track Finish from 1995.
Yeah, so it's like a black semi that comes with a little forklift and then 4 race cars in like a cage.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same. It's the same 4-wide. It's the same 4-wide tractor with the 5-wide sleeping quarters.
Yep.
And that same build was used for the Indy Transport that came out also in 1995 to pair with the Fast Track Finish, and it's the same design as the Police Surveillance Squad, which came out in 1994.
They did a Lego truck like that too, did they not?
They did a Lego truck in 1997 that had a 5-wide sleeper cab.
Yeah.
On the tractor, but it was a different design from the ones that came before it, because it was a bigger set.
Yeah. Yep. The old semis and stuff like that, their scale looks way off with the new stuff, because the new cars, you know, if you take a 6-wide car and you put it up next to a 4-wide semi, it just looks, you know, way out of place.
Yeah, which is why I always liked the ones from 1993 to 1995, because it was the perfect balance. The 4-wide tractor cab with the 5-wide sleeping quarters. And I always found it weird with sets like the Freight and Train Railway and the Cargo Railway 9-bolt trains from 1996, where they had an entirely 6-wide lorries that could carry either pallets or shipping containers on them. I always found that weird, because it for the scale of 1996, they looked rather fat.
Yeah. Scotty's in the chat, by the way. PPP, Scotty.
I was waiting for a good time to mention Scott, but we got into talking about the scale of Lego, which was an episode of Real Whole Egg that we did back in February. And if you want to hear more about our thoughts about the scale of Lego, you should definitely go back and watch that episode of Real Whole Egg. So PPP, Scotty.
Yep, PPP. And then, I remember that you did the scaled up minifig for that scale
live
stream.
Yeah. And we were talking about those specific trucks from the 90s in that stream.
PPP.
The
PPP, Scotty. Hey, I'll be right back, Mayo. 2 seconds.
Let's see if there's anything going on in the chat. Actually, I'll read that when you get back. Ben says, I think this as space So I think this is as space as any of the ones mentioned. Dave says, yeah, nah, no city space for me. I don't have any of this. I have not bought a single city space set, which I call civilian space, in my entire life. I'm only interested in the outer space sets. I really don't care for the civilian space sets, other than one set, which is the space shuttle launch from the Launch Commander sub-theme of LEGO Town in 1995. That is literally the only one I care about. Scott says, I love how LEGO goes 8 wide on Speed Champions, then goes to 6 wide road planes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because as the speed champions got bigger, when they introduced the Generation 6 roads, the roads got smaller. And actually, if anyone wants to hear the reason why I prefer the Generation 1 roads compared to the Generation 5 roads, which we're all used to over the last 10 years, you can go use the link in my community post where I was on the Oaktown Bricks podcast. Shout out to Oaktown Bricks. If you go click on that link, I would strongly suggest go subscribe to Oaktown Bricks while you're watching. He contacted me 2 months ago asking me if I wanted to come on, and I said I'll get back to you in 2 months when I'm on autumn break, and I had the time, and we had a nice conversation together. And not only did he ask me why I prefer the old road, why I prefer the old roads, but he also asked me why I don't normally buy the licensed things.
Why is that?
Well, all that can be explained on the Oaktown Bricks podcast, guest starring Mayo Hosko. I always like to give shout outs to people when they do collaborations with me.
Yeah.
And also equally, I put out a link on my community post to Brick Hive's sad news stream, because unfortunately, due to workers' compensation because of his injury, he will not be able to go to Brick World Chicago. And
what happened to him?
And he's had a bad leg injury. He's been on crutches for a while. Now, so he's really bummed that he can't go to Chicago. So I let him know that if he can't come this year, then it was a pleasure to be able to see him last year, and that I will be coming to Brick Fair, Virginia in 2026. So Will Harper, if you're out there, I know you're in Annapolis, and you're closer to Brick Fair, Virginia than almost anyone in the LEGO community. Yet you've never gone to a Brick Fair, Virginia. Make sure to go to Brick Fair, Virginia in 2026, because I know how badly you want to see me in person. A lot of people want to see me in person, which is why they were not only begging me to go to Brick World Chicago, but they also begged me to go to Brick Convention.
Speaking of which, up again soon.
Yeah, and with everyone that's always begging me to come see them, I was like, fuck it. Why not go to an international convention every single year?
Scotty said, now my roads are 9 brick wide. So I'm guessing Scotty does custom brick built roads.
Well, anyone that does the mills system, anyone that does the mill system has the widest roads in the world by new default, because you can make your roads as wide as you want them.
I wish I had the space to do that. Because if I did that, I mean one road, huh? Yeah, space, the final frontier. That's funny. No, if I did that, one road would eat up, it's double the size of a road plate. So, and I barely have room for one road plate.
I blame the A Full podcast and Breaking News for Space, the Final Frontier. I blame them. Because now
Angry Dragon's telling you to come to a show. I don't know which show he's talking about though.
He's always trying to convince people to come to Brick Fair, Virginia, because that's the one that he goes to. There's a lot of people that only go, that their main convention is a Brick Fair, Virginia. That's the main convention where everyone from bowling and bowling goes to.
From what I understand, it is the largest convention. It's bigger than Chicago.
Well, it has more. Those figures. It used to be that way, but now that Chicago has now been dubbed as where all the influencers go to, that's skewed the data. But it is the biggest convention, I think, in the world for the Bionicle collectors. There are so many lugs that go to Brick Fair, Virginia, that build a Bionicle stuff. You can see a lot of Bionicle stuff there, and a lot of people like a Bionicle.
Yeah. No, I just Googled what's the largest Lego show, and it said that. So it said Chicago in second place, though.
Yeah, that's probably outdated information because Google doesn't always give the most up to date. So.
Yeah. No, I was just saying where I've heard it from. So.
Yeah.
But believe me, I know, because Google will take me the wrong ways on maps all the time, and I say don't listen to that, and I keep going my way, and then all of a sudden the trip's 10 minutes shorter.
Yeah. Because it was Philly Brickfest that used to be the biggest. That was where everyone went to. But then the owners of Brickfest went in a different business model, and so then people started going to Virginia instead because it's also on the east coast. But then a bunch of people realized, hey, Chicago, being in the Midwest, is more of a centralized location where not only people from the East Coast can get to, but people but it's closer to the South and the West.
Yeah.
So I think people made the decision once the owners of Philly Brickfest killed their own business by going in a kid-oriented direction with I think it's because of the new owners.
I'll be honest with you. Any of them, Chicago's far for me. Virginia's far for me. Philadelphia would be far for me.
That's why people had to find other options, and it looks like Chicago has won out. That's where all of the big people want to go. But there are some people who do not like Quickworld Chicago for various reasons. And the only reason I'm going back to Chicago compared to going to somewhere else like Quickfield, Virginia, is because a bunch of friends or people I want to see from the UK and Europe are going to Brick World Chicago. So next year I'm going to go to Bricktastic in Manchester. 2026 I'll go to Brick Fair, Virginia. 2027 I'll go to Brick Slopes in Utah. And 2028 I'll either go to Brick Universe Nashville or Atlanta BrickCon, depending on which over the next 4 years becomes a bigger convention.
I think I may do a convention, but I know that if I do it, that I'm gonna want to enter something. So I think I may do a massive because so far the only part of my city that's even remotely modular is the Aqua Zone. So I think I may make my Aqua Zone in the underwater area modular, so that way I could take it to a show.
Oh, that was supposed to be on one side. Okay, that's... Actually,
yeah, well, I know, Scott, we're way down south and it is away from us, but I mean, you got to think Mayo's going, so he's got a little bit longer trip than any of us.
I think that's... Oh, this isn't working out right. Maybe... Yeah, maybe it's supposed to... Yeah, because I kind of put everyone to shame.
Yeah, I know, but honestly, it's hard for me to break away during the summertime from work and stuff. Like I said, I was working till dark tonight.
Yeah, and the only reason I had the time to go to Chicago to begin with, because June used to be a really bad month for me, but now it's actually a good month.
Yeah.
Because instead of my classes ending in the middle of June like they used to, they end at the start of June. Last year, actually no, I didn't. No, sorry. Yeah, last year if I did do classes, they would have ended at the start of June. Because I think it has to do with the difference between high school and university in my country.
Got you.
Because university mid-semester breaks, university semester breaks are much longer than high school semester breaks. So if I was still in high school, I wouldn't be able to go to Chicago, but because I'm in university, I can.
Yeah, because
and also if I want to go to Bricktastic next year, that's in early February, and hopefully if I get accepted into grad school after I come back from Brick World Chicago, if I get accepted to grad school, hopefully my classes won't start until late February. Because what I'd love to do is when I go to Bricktastic, spend 2 days in Denmark to do a stopover at the Lego house and pay whatever money it costs to go on the inside tour. Then go from Denmark to Wales, so I can go to the Teleklin Railway in Wales, which is what the Scarlowy Railway from Thomas the Tank Engine is based on. And then to wrap up, go to Manchester for Bricktastic. And then after Bricktastic is over, spend a day in London, so I can go on a bus ride of the Monopoly board and take a photo outside of Wembley Stadium, and then hopefully get home before class starts.
Sounds like you got it all planned out.
Yeah, if I'm going to do so much international travel, I have to plan months ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty legit, man. I wish I could travel like that. That'd be cool.
So as a university student, I can do that. The problem is, I have to find ways of getting the money,
the funds
to go over there. Which, thankfully for me, I have ways of getting money, and I'm going to get a tax return at the end of the year, because I worked for 3 months after I got home from Week World Chicago, so I'm going to get a tax return there. I've still got, and I was able to put a lot of that money I got from working. About half of my money to go back to Chicago came from that 3 months work, and I'll get a tax return back, which I'll use to fund to go to Greek-tastic. But I probably will need to, once I graduate, hopefully when I put that on my resume, I can get, because with the job market, occasionally there have been jobs that have popped up in my field, but they need university graduates.
Yeah.
So my goal is, hopefully once I graduate and put that on my resume, if I apply to these jobs, I might be more likely to get hired. Because unlike some other degrees out there are active jobs that I see on the different job market websites in my field of education.
Well, that's good.
Because I gotta get that money to go back if I want to do all of these vacations, because they get expensive.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it without a doubt. And then once you see, and then that's it, is once you graduate, you'll go get a job, and you'll be making more money to travel and stuff and go do stuff, but then work and life and everything else will take hold, and then you won't have the time. So that's why they say you should travel while you're young, when you don't have a house, you don't have responsibilities, you don't have a job that you got to worry about.
But the thing that'll make it difficult is I want to get into grad school, but not every employer out there is looking for part-time employees. They want full-time employees. So probably the best option for me once after I graduate, that's if I pass these 4 classes, is to see if there's employers out there who are looking for part-time workers. Because I think getting a part-time job while I'm in grad school will be optimal for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing how this works out.
How much longer you got left in school?
Well, my last assignment is due literally the Sunday before I fly out to Chicago.
Oh no, but then you're graduating? Then you're done?
Yeah, well, I have to apply for graduation, and that takes a couple months to go through, because they have different rounds of graduation. And so after my transcript gets updated, then I'll apply to grad school, but I can't apply to grad school until my transcript gets updated, and my transcript doesn't get updated until I get my grades.
Oh, okay. Wow, that sounds kind of confusing.
Yeah, which is why semester break is 1 month long.
I don't think it's like that here, but it may be. I don't know. I haven't been to school in a long time, my friend.
Okay, it's like that. This goes up the middle. I have to build 2 lots of these foliage.
Angry Dragon said he's only an hour and a half from Brick Fair.
Yeah, and I think Brick Hive is slightly less of that distance away, which is why whenever he goes to Brick Fair, Virginia, he does a cookout on the Sunday night afterwards.
Yeah, because it's right around the corner from him.
And when he does the cookout, he lets people into his Lego room, and that's another reason why I want to go to Brick Fair, Virginia so badly, is because I want to do a self-guided tour of his city.
Yeah.
Let's see what I got here. Hold that here. Hold on. What's on there? There it goes. Boom.
So I got the base of the bugle pretty much complete. What are we at? We're just right over the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
So I've got the first floor and the base plate done.
I'm about to finish this tree right here. Okay, yeah, we've got to build this twice. And after I get done building this tree, we'll read the comments from the week.
Somebody asked in the comments earlier. I should have mentioned it earlier, but I think you were talking. But they asked if there was any sets that you were going to get this month or next month or anything like that. Any sets coming out?
Oh, yeah. I already answered that, and I talked about the medieval town square.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there's another little leaf off to the side as well. But I think it's funny how they use what used to be used for toilets as a bird's nest, a 2-in-1 crapper, so to speak.
Hey, so what is that city that is the cyberpunk city?
New Hiroshima.
New Hiroshima, yeah. Has that thing ever been at Virginia Brick Fair? Because Angry Dragon's talking about he's been going since 2018.
I wouldn't know because I've never I think the last person I talked to who went to Brick World, who went to the last Virginia, and New Hiroshima didn't even exist yet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because New Hiroshima is only a recent collaboration.
Well, apparently it's been at some shows for a couple of years now because they started it and started showing it in Alabama.
Yeah, and it didn't become a touring exhibit until after that.
Got you. Hey, give me 1 second. I gotta make a phone call right fast.
Yeah, I forgot to add some of these flowers. And now it's to the point where with New Hiroshima, it's now an international traveling exhibit. And now we're done with that. Now we're moving on to bag 6. I think we'll be able to finish bag 6, bag 6 today. I can turn my face off. The animal. Wait, is they getting a wave? Are they doing a wave 2 of Animal Crossing? Because a lot of people have already bought and built their Animal Crossing sets. Okay. So let's go to the comments. Actually, well, let's see what the poll is saying. There's been 15 votes on the poll so far. 40% of viewers do own Ninjago City Gardens, and 60% don't. So let's go to the comments. Oh, we've gained two subscribers this stream. And my Lego Thomas the Tank Engine at Greek Invention video now has 2,500 views. With a click-through rate of 8%, which is I think my highest ever. For obvious reasons, Thomas the Tank Engine. Let's go to the comments. Oh, they're going to make a wave 2. I know a lot of people who are going to be happy about that. So I'm going to move the set off to my side here. I'm going to come down and read the comments. I wonder if Adore Build knows they're going to make a wave 2 of Animal Crossing.
What's up, buddy? I'm back.
I have not seen that Johnny Thunder minifigure leak. I'm now interested in that because I'm interested in all of the vintage characters. So let's get the opener. It is now time for reading the comments.
Guys, I should really make a reading your comments video. Great job. This is the best thing I've ever seen since yesterday.
Good. What high praise, man. What a great comment.
Too much cliffhanger, not enough story, craves more story, am very sad.
Am very sad, dude.
So he was scarped.
I've been scarped before, it's not fun.
Do I even want to know what scarf is?
I'm not sure, but if you do, you can go and watch. I think it's episode 18 of the Griff and Noel podcast called. Yeah, I better not say because of the current times.
Okay.
Just go watch episode. I think it's episode 17 or 18 of the Griff and Noel podcast. So Lego Head just gave me timestamps of where to blur out something from his camera. Let me read this. My Lego Daily Google Taxi mod video, Miss Andy says looks great. Gonna give the like emoji. And then Mr. Blue on my short video about my friend's Technic Chevrolet Corvette. Nice car, Mayo. I'm also going to give the like. Robbie Castle, no, sorry, ahead. At Mirzasev, no, sorry, at sorry, this is a European name. At Mirzas Ehovich 7873 said, I know you won't see this, but I gotta say Lego had a downgrade in their train models, like the new passenger train is just ugly. I prefer the before 2000s era Lego trains. They have a mix of realism and creativity. I knew this was a new viewer straight away, so I quickly responded to them and said, when the Lego train theme ended in 2004, when Lego World City became Lego City in 2005, and when RC replaced 9-volt trains in 2006, that's where I saw the massive downgrade in Lego trains. The mid-2000s changed the Lego group forever. And then they responded back, yeah, I wish Lego would realize, no, actually, yeah, that's probably a translation. Yes, yeah, I wish Lego would release some of the older Lego City train sets. It would be a banger. I would love to see, they're never going to do it, but I would love to see them bring back the Maersk train and add the powered up system, but that's never going to happen.
You want to hear what I did hear we're going to possibly get? And I don't know how true this is, but the guy who runs Orlando Brick Co., I've been talking to him every time I go in there. He asked me, because we got on trains, and he said, did you hear we're supposed to get another Santa Fe train? He goes, I don't know.
Whoa.
But that's a rumor.
Santa Fe?
Yeah.
Wow. That would be amazing.
So he said that he heard that. So we'll see.
That would be amazing if it's true, and if it is true, I hope it has power. I hope it has powered up. Otherwise, I probably won't buy it.
Oh yeah, like so it's not like the Orient Express or something.
And it's not like the Horizon Express, and it's not like the Maersk train, and it's not like the Emerald Knight, and it's not like the Crocodile locomotive.
Yeah.
And it's not like the bullshit winter holiday trains.
Yeah, and they give you the option to power them up on some of those, so you know that they could easily power function them.
And so, actually, let me refresh this. So all these other comments are from the Thomas the Tank Engine video. Yeah, so all this, so Nate Mr. Blue said, great video, Mayo. I'm watching the NCAA girls basketball game, Iowa, South Carolina. Have a great week. I'm going to say Dawn Staley and South Carolina. Def had a great week. Just for those who don't know, South Carolina won the national championship. John Glenville, who is a Johnny G's alternate, said cute. I'm also going to say cute. No, I'm going to respond with the cute emoji. Danny Fandoms said that's really cool. I'm going to reply with the cool emoji. Lego King B said, "Oh, the indignity! It's Thomas here, baby." I'm giving that a heart and say, I always like seeing Duplo Thomas at Lego conventions. Gordon is my favourite. Oh, the indignity. The reason why Gordon is my favourite is because he's based on an LNER Class A1/A3 Grizzly, which is a Grizzly Pacific, originally built for the Great Northern Railway before the Great Northern Railway was observed into the LNER in 1923. And whose brother is none other than the Flying Scotsman. Because they were the same class. And then Robbie Castelli, 6486 said, but what about Lego Duplo, Annie and Cloudbell? Then at 2428 Matt says, that does not exist. The Express coaches do, but you will have to rely on knockoffs if you want Annie and Cloudbell. I wish we got a Duplo Thomas's, yeah, what's the name? Thomas's branch line, a branch line circle or figure 8 set with Annie and Clarabelle.
Oh yeah.
I forget how Annie and Clarabelle is spelled because there's a specific. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it is with just one L and no E on the end.
Oh, how what was spelled?
How Annie and Clarabelle was spelled.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because Reverend Wilbert Audrey did not spell Clarabelle the way normal people spell Clarabelle. Normally people spell Clarabelle with an extra L-E on the end.
Got you, buddy.
Okay, and that was all the comments for the week. And we got some more comments coming in. Yes, I would love to see that on Discord. And hello, Papa Rex says, hey, I'll be lurking for a bit, but enjoy the stream, like and subscribe button smash. Nice. For those who don't know, I see Papa Rex. I see Papa Rex a lot on the stream that comes after Real Whole Egg, which is Hive's Full Rant Fury. A Pure Rant Fury. We've had enough conversations on Hive stream, so good to see you on my stream beforehand. For those who don't know, we always raid. Whenever there's enough people in chat already, we always raid to Hive afterwards. And then Contra said Wave 2 of what? Animal Crossing? Am I right? Same as Dreams Wave 3 to come. The bird animal fig looks great. I'm collecting all the Dreams miniatures. Well, I looked online and apparently Big W in my state at least have the exotic. They have the NBC logo. I mean the exotic peacock set on clearance again, and I wanna see if I can buy it after my stream today. And also says, oh yes, Mayo, the mask train powered up remake would be cool, updated version, but it's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, because they don't have the mask license anymore. Johnny says, hope it's overscaled train. Love the sweet shell queen. Johnny said that because he knows it triggers me. And Kandra says, been lurking halfway through bag 29 or 30 on Ninjago City Markets. You're going to finish your set. Well, you're going to finish the markets before I finish the gardens, Contra. Papa Wex says classic space outlook improving based on the rumors. I haven't seen the rumors, but I really hope that's for the space monorail, because I think because I desperately want that space monorail GWP. I don't care if the station itself is micro scale. I'm a sucker for most things vintage Lego, and I'm so happy that they've been doing the vintage GWPs since the Rona. I'm really happy. The Forest Hideout was awesome. The Electron Cruiser was awesome. The Scary Pirates GWP was okay. The Magistro's Magical Workshop was above average, and by the pictures, the space monorail looks pretty sweet too. I'll get to y'all on Discord after the stream. We've got a little over half an hour to go. And I haven't seen the pictures. I haven't seen the pictures that everyone else has seen yet. So, if anyone has seen, if anyone has already seen the pictures of the space GWP that everyone's talking about, can someone please let me know if it's the monorail or the cruiser? Because if it's the cruiser, I don't give a shit about the cruiser.
That new GWP, that space GWP with the monorail, you haven't. I thought we saw it on here, but maybe it was on one of the other people I watched.
Yeah, because we covered the news. We covered the news about it when it was confirmed.
Yeah.
But we haven't covered the news about its dates yet, and apparently other people have already.
Oh, okay.
You've been so busy building your sets, and I've been so busy building my set that we haven't had time to cover that. So I'm relying on someone to tell me if it. Someone else to tell me if it's the monorail or that weird cruiser. Because if it's that weird cruiser, I'm really disappointed.
Man,
I'd rather the monorail come first and then the cruiser, just so I can get my purchase of Medieval Town Square out of the way.
Yeah.
And if I do, and if it is the monorail, that is what everyone's talking, that is coming out, then if it is, if I'm not already at 750 subscribers, no, you know what? Here's what I'll do. So we're at 743 subscribers right now. if it is the monorail that's coming out, I will build the medieval town square when I get to 700. When I get to 750, I promised Mikey J Productions I'll build a custom catapult when I get to 750 subscribers, but I'll up the ante.
Up the ante.
So I'll wait to see if it is the monorail that's coming out before the cruiser, before I make any formal announcement. But if it is, then I'll probably build it after my, if I can get, or it would be a dream, if that is the case, to get to 750 subscribers by May the 4th be with you, because I'll build, if that happens, I'll buy and build the medieval town square the month before going to Football Chicago. So all I can do is wait.
Yeah, that'll be cool. When is it supposed to come out? Do you know?
I heard some people saying after May the 4th be with you.
Okay.
And that'd be sweet if it is. Because this is the week within the month where there is no DWPs available.
Gotcha.
LEGO makes a lot more GWPs than they used to, but there's still times within any given month where there is none available. And when people were talking about, when people were comparing the D&D set to the medieval town square, I looked on the LEGO website to compare the price. The D&D set is $500, and the medieval town square is 400. I've got the 400 right now. I've been saving my checks from the government to buy it.
Got you. That's in Australian. You're talking about 400 and 500, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I was about to say I didn't think it was that much, but yeah.
I don't know the American prices.
No, you're good, buddy. I'll be honest with you. I kind of want that Dungeons and Dragons set just for some of the stuff that's in it, but I don't have room for it anywhere, and I would just use it for parts. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna hold off on that.
I think I heard actually no. I think when Jane Blix reviewed the medieval town square, I think he said 230. Yes, I think he said $230.
Yeah, that sounds. I think that's right.
And people were saying that the D&D set is about $100 more expensive than the D&D. So maybe it's $350. But there were just some sets where I don't bother to keep track of the price. However, there are other sets where I could tell you the price off by half. Because they're sets on my wanted list.
Yeah, and I feel like they're making up prices as they go. Some sets make sense, some sets don't. Some are, I don't know. I feel like they just throw a price out there sometimes.
Actually, I just remembered. Now I can update. Now I can update the name of my Citycam camera to say 7 more subs, or 7 more to 750. We've had over 400 comments today.
Very nice. Man, I'm looking for this 1x4 snot brick, but I don't know where it's at. I hate when that happens, and it'll be right in front of my face.
Your face! Your face! That's a reference that only I understand because it's something that happened back in elementary school. And for those in Australia, the reason I say elementary school, not primary school, is because I'm talking to an American audience. If I was talking to my own people, I would be saying primary school.
Yeah, that's what that's what it's called in some places here.
There are some places that have such a small population they just call it K-12.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say a lot of small towns don't have. So some schools call it junior high, some schools call it middle schools, and then they call it high school, and then.
Well, that's because American schools have their student bodies are so big that they need to segregate the grade levels. So you've got kindergarten, which is the Australian equivalent of reception. Then you've got grades 1 to you've got grades 1 to 3, which is elementary. No, you've got grades 1 to 4, which is elementary. Then you've got grades 5 to 8, which is middle school. Then you've got grades.
That's how it is where you're at?
Well, yeah. Then you've got grades 9 to 12, which is high school, and some places called middle school a junior high.
Yeah, and so some places also do like what you said, 6th, 7th, and 8th is middle school or junior high, and then some places only do 7th and 8th.
Yeah, it's all very confusing.
Oh, extremely. There's like no rhyme or reason. Everybody just kind of does their own thing.
And since Australian school student bodies are much lower, we've never had the need for middle school. And what's weird is that for a long time out in my state, year 7 wasn't high school, but they changed it after I graduated high school.
Got you.
So when my friend and I graduated, his brother was in the 10th grade. So when his brother was a senior, that's when 7th graders started going to high school.
That's crazy.
Because that's just as crazy as Arizona living in permanent standard time. And because someone put out the record that Arizona has been in standard time since time zones were invented in 1864, everyone's been making the 1864 Civil War jokes. And it's like, come on.
I don't know if you know, but here in Florida, we voted on it, and we're waiting on Congress to get off their rear end. But the people already voted, and it passed like by a huge margin. And the people here want to get rid of daylight savings time also.
Yeah, because what happened, and I was keeping track of this because this is vital for my scheduling. What happened is it passed through Congress, but it didn't pass through the Senate, which means it didn't make it to Joe Biden's desk, which I'm sad, because if Joe Biden had signed off on permanent daylight saving, that would have made my scheduling a whole lot easier.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, our governor and Joe Biden don't tend to like each other so much, so I have a feeling that's why he's ignoring it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff like that you and I know about, but the public doesn't need to know about.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I know a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, either you're into it and you know what's going on, or you're blissfully happy.
Yeah. I think too many people in this world are blissfully happy.
Yeah, for sure.
And also there are entirely too many vehicles, and there are entirely too many golf courses in all of the Western world. That's what George Carlin once said.
So I don't know if you see this in the chat. Papa Rex just mentioned that Brick Clicker says that Space Diner GWP.
The Final Frontier.
What's that?
Space, the Final Frontier.
And he said something that comes with yellow and orange spacemen.
Okay. So that means we're going to get a re-release of Kenny from the Benny Space Squad. And we're going to get a re-release of the Owen guy from that DK book. Oh, it's not a GWP.
Oh, it's not a GWP, it's a set.
That must be something different from the space GWPs that are coming out. Space! The Final Frontier!
Because Papa Rex said something about GWP.
Okay, there must be another sticker sheet that the previous owner lost, because I'm not seeing sticker food. Yeah, because my stickers only go up to 27, so he must have lost the other sticker sheet.
What the? You sure it's not in the box?
Yeah, I've checked and it's not there. Not sure how this is supposed to go on.
Hey, let me holler for these dogs right quick.
This is weird. Ah, there's two of these. Do I still have something for Holla at your boy? Let me see. Do I forget if I do. No, I got rid of it because I wasn't using it.
Got you.
Get another one of these plates up in here. Review this fixes. You should didn't have any. I think for my sanity, we should just try to avoid using the word space unless we're talking about outer space.
The Final Frontier.
Yeah, like when we want to talk about space in our cities, like where we want to put something, I think we should use the term real estate instead. Just so that we don't end up wanting to gouge our face off whenever we say it.
No, that's why I did it. That's why I did it just now, just to mess with you. But yeah, no.
What we need to do is we need to have an automatic timer with voice recognition.
So that way, as soon as you say it, it says it itself.
Yeah. But that's too advanced for me.
Have Siri control it.
Yes, that would be fun.
May 14th for the diner.
I've got a whole lot of investigation to do now. People got me wondering what this is all about. Looks like we're building a room right now, and I don't care if we go slightly over time. I'm just gonna get this room done, and then we're gonna get out of here.
That's cool. I'm getting pretty far along on this. I'm on the second floor, so
I think I've got less than 100 pieces to go.
And then you're done with the whole set?
Well, then I'm done with bag 6, and then I'll try to bag 7 on my own time.
Got you.
Well, I'll probably have to build a lot of this set on my own time, just so that it doesn't drag on throughout the night.
Yeah, I will probably be done with this by this evening, just a little while from now.
Fuck, where's that piece? Oh, it's 1x2, it's not a 1x4. The the darker pieces in this can sometimes get confusing with what you actually need. This is something we'll eventually do with the prop, with the improv comedy. Yeah, this is something that eventually we'll do with the improv comedy. Once someone suggests it, but I do have a tiny bit of a rant, just a very quick little rant.
This one is a running!
Rotten eggs! It's rant time.
I gotta say, can people stop calling the knights from Knights Kingdom 2 the Jelly Bean Knights? Like, just stop! Please, stop! They have actual names. One is Santis, one's Rastus, one's King Draco or something. If you guys say Santis. They have names, you know. And not everything that's multicolored is a fucking jelly bean. Oh my god. Pick up a fucking Lego history book, won't you?
This one is a running!
Rotten eggs! It's rant time.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. I would strongly suggest everyone to go to Wikipedia right now. Go to wikipedia.com. Then in the search bar on Wikipedia, search Knights Kingdom 2, and eventually scroll down to the sets, and then click on some of the sets, and in the description, underneath the description of that set, you'll find a spot to see what all of the minifigs names are.
Mayo is not playing around. He's up to here with it.
Because back then they didn't put the minifigures names on the boxes like what they do with the licensed sets nowadays. or the Friend sets, or the Ninjago sets, or the Monkey King sets, or some of the city sets that have named characters from the LEGO City Adventures TV show or whatever it's called. I get really annoyed when people don't use the actual LEGO terms for something.
So after I do this, I'll be able to add 3. So the bugle's going to be 10 stories high now.
And you're just going to keep on adding to that forever and ever.
No, this is it. Honestly, I got this for a little over $100. That's why I couldn't really pass it up.
Didn't Click sell that to you or something?
What's that?
Didn't you say that someone in the community sold it to you?
Well, no, I put it in the community chat and tried to get somebody to buy it when he was only asking $130 for it, and then he was asking like $135 or something, and then he offered it to me for $109, so not even $110. And then by the time I paid for shipping and everything, I was in it for $120, and so I went ahead and grabbed it. Because honestly, how much the set cost, I mean, that's a pretty good deal.
Isn't that a $400 set?
It is 100%.
Yeah, and I could roughly estimate that because it's $550 here.
Yeah, no, you're right on the money. It's $399.
Yeah, and before the price increases,
it was $349. You're absolutely correct.
Due to inflation, it was $50 cheaper in both countries.
Yep.
Because people remember I bought that and the UCS Luke's Land Speeder to get 2 Forest Hideout GWPs, and I paid $500 for that set.
And okay, that's what I'm looking for. Is this it?
Still haven't found.
They're going to retire it this year, from what I understand.
Yeah, because that came out in 2021, which means this is its 3rd year.
Yeah, I'll probably grab 1 or 2 of them just for keep it for a couple years after it retires and then sell them.
Because most sets nowadays are on the shelves for 2 years, but the popular ones are at least on shelves for 3 years. And from what I've seen in the history of its production run, it was a good seller.
Yeah.
And I think it was a good seller because it kick-started a new line of big sets, because Ninjago has the Ninjago. Well, they have their own modulars. We've had the modular building collection since 2007. Now we have the Marvel modulars.
Yeah.
And since we got the Avengers Tower this year, in a couple years, I'd like to see the Roxxon Tower.
What tower?
I would like to see the Roxxon Tower.
Oh, what is that?
It's another big building from the MCU.
Oh, okay.
And there was a Roxxon tanker that came out in, I think, the mid 2010s. I think that the set was called Tanker Truck Takedown.
Got you.
So I'm guessing Roxxon has interests in chemicals within the MCU. And when I saw Troy from Agents of Mock build a Roxxon tower in his city, I was like, oh, that could be good as a Lego set to compete with, or to go alongside the Sanctum Sanctorum, Avengers Tower, and Daily Bugle.
Yeah. Yeah, those all go together really well. You know, the Bugle just, to me personally, it just sets off, because you can use it as a bugle, or you could use it as just a regular building in your city.
Yeah, which is eventually what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some modifications to my Sanctum Sanctorum, which is still in the box, which I never put into this iteration of Mayo City. It's still in its box underneath my table.
Gotcha.
I never put it out on the city because I knew my city as it stands would not be a good place to put it, given I'm working with small tables.
Yeah.
I'm only going to bring it out of the city when I expand it with an extra table. Because right now, my city is 3 meters by 1.5. No, sorry, my city is 3 meters by 1.2 meters. What I want to get is I want to get enough tables to get it to be 3 by 2. But the extra width has to be a separate table that only goes up when I'm filming city updates. When I'm not filming city updates, it has to be portable. It can't be out because we need to walk around with the garage.
Yeah. Speaking of which, at your new place, where are you going to set up your city?
It's going to be in the garage again.
Okay.
And because the garage is smaller, well, it's a single car garage instead of a double car garage. But we've got a short driveway at our new house. And there's a tree that covers the driveway, so we're going to park the car out on the driveway, and we're gonna use the garage for storage.
So trees over there must not really drip a bunch of sap or drop a bunch of crap all over your car.
It depends on which species of tree.
Yeah.
Is in your neighborhood. And in the neighborhood we're moving to, since it's a 21st century neighborhood, they just use normal evergreen or deciduous trees, which don't have any which don't have any sapling or lavender or acorns that come off. Because the neighborhood I used to live in, they used to drop lavender buds and acorns all the time, and it got really annoying trying to drive over those acorns in autumn and winter.
Yeah, they get to be a lot, right?
Yeah, because they fall off, and then they start growing back again in the spring. But sometimes they don't form properly, and then they drop down again. It was not pretty, because it wasn't all sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows.
Yeah.
If anyone does want to see sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, you can follow me on Instagram. Links in the description. And you can go back and watch my short that was sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. I made a short about the sunshine, lollipop, and rainbow mock that I bought to Brickvention.
Are you bringing? Are you working on your mosaic yet for Chicago?
That's a surprise.
Okay.
Because you won't know if I've already started unless people pledge to me on Patreon. So you'll have to pledge to me on Patreon to find out if I've already started. And as I'm making the full progress of that, they'll be the first ones to see. Because I don't have enough time to build that on camera, and building mosaics is rather boring. So I'm going to build it off camera, and I'll keep it exclusive to my investors. So if you want to invest in Mayo Hosko Media, you can go pledge to me on Patreon. The links are in the description. And they also see all of my videos early access. Normally 3 to 7 days early access.
Very nice.
So if you want to brag to your friends who also watch my stuff and say, "Hey, ha! I knew that before you did," then go pledge me on Patreon. Because I definitely brag to some of my new friends when they come talking to me about some people who I am a member of. And I'm like, yep, I already knew this. I already saw that. And
that's old news. Old news.
And there's someone in the chat. There's someone in this chat that knows what I'm talking about.
Someone in this chat, Mayo?
Yeah.
Because they're on the same level as you?
Well, no, because they're the victim of my bragging.
Oh, okay. I wonder what piece that is.
You know what? Well, since we are over the 3-hour mark, and I'm actually getting a tiny bit hungry, I think this is a good place to stop off. I'll finish building the rest of this room while I'm watching the Brick Hive stream. So we're going to get the raid out, the Brick Hive on YouTube. Papa Wex has already gone over there.
All right. I'll probably lurk while I finish this.
So I'll get up, go watch Hive when we're rolling the credits.
Yeah, and everybody knows where to find us.
Yeah. So thank you for watching today, everyone. Who did we have? Actually, yeah, I am going to show my face reveal because I'm much less uglier than I am when I get my hair cut. So who did we have commenting today? Let me bring this down here. So I can see this better. Who do we have today? We had Macro Bricks, Brick Hive, who is now live, co-host, Contra Bricks, Build Craze, Dave Bricks 76, co-host again, Johnny G, Eric Hutt, Axel Plate, Zissou, Sultan Force, Clever Pig, Angry Dragon. So as I'm reading everyone who commented today, if you are here, don't forget to buy tickets to enter the giveaway if you haven't done so already. We will be doing the giveaway on my birthday stream at the end of the month. And about a dozen people have now entered the giveaway. Ben's Brick Designs, Lego Team B, Miss Ingrid Bricks, YOLO Xenophone, Scott Blocks, Papa Rex 7567, and that was everyone. So thank you for watching this live stream. I'll see you on the next live stream, which is always at 9 p.m. Eastern on a Friday night in North America. And now that Australia is out of daylight saving, is at 11 a.m. Eastern every Saturday in Australia. Now that I have finished doing my time-lapse video of the Viking Village, my next short will be that. I need to film a whole bunch of shorts until World Chicago. I need to backroll a whole bunch of shorts. And I'm also going to start making, filming some more videos on the side. So I'll see you on the next short, which will be that, and get ready for more shorts coming soon. Just trying to remember if there's anything else we need to cover.
I think that's it.
Just trying to think. Do you have any final things you want to say while I'm thinking?
No, just stay tuned on Instagram if you want to see anything, because that's pretty much where I'm at the most. Same thing is here from blocks to mocks, and yeah, that's about it. I will be posting some stuff here shortly. I've got Time Cruiser's Cave getting close to done, and doubling up the bugle again. So yeah, that's it, man. Same old, same old.
Yeah, yeah, I just remembered I need to update the description.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember.
You got it.
Let me get the description for this. Yeah, that's what we needed to do. Okay, now we can save that. Okay, so thank you for watching this live stream, and I'll see you in the next video.
Later, everybody. Have a good night, guys.
Good night, everybody. Let's roll the credits.
Thank you for supporting Mayo Hosko Media. Your viewership is very important to us. Tell YouTube you like us by smashing the like button. Let your thoughts be known in the comments down below. Never miss out on any more LEGO content from us by hitting the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. Stay tuned for live streams every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern in North America, and monthly city updates on the last Wednesday or Thursday of every month. If you like Minecraft and gaming streams, follow us on Twitch, Mayo_Hosko, no capital letters. Twitch streams every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern in North America. To be in the know, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at real_Mayo Hosko. Have fun with us on our Discord server. Friend us on Facebook and join the fan club group. For business inquiries, email us at mayohosko@gmail.com. For historical inquiries, check out our website. For special community perks, including behind the scenes, voting rights, and early access videos, become an investor today by pledging to us on Patreon. Links in the description. Watch this video recommended to you, or check out this playlist if you missed any previous videos of the same genre. This has been Mayo Hosko, and I am a fan of old LEGO.